Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first ever InKredible Teens program, teenage girls, I should say. Um, this is really, really exciting. I wanted to do this for such a long time because I know that some of you might be part of the regular Tehillim army, but really, when we talk about girls that are, your age, it's important for you guys to have your own stuff. And maybe in your communities, you do have your own things for teenagers, or maybe you don't, but I think we could all use more. So I'm just going to look at everyone's faces for a second. And they just changed the whole Zoom on me, so I don't even know how to work this thing. Um, Oh, the view. Okay, there. It's so fancy now. Okay, so if anyone here is new, like if your friend dragged you onto the Zoom, my name is Mort Siri, and I'm so excited to greet all of you, as many people as I can. It's cute that I actually recognize a lot of you already, like Javi from Memphis. I know that face already. I know I see the My Style Girl. Oh, this is an exciting night for you because you have a relative on the program tonight. And okay, I'm not going to go shout out everyone's names, but hi to everybody. And as we're on, I think more people are starting to join. I can't believe we have almost 200 users already. I see some people are together. So I don't want to wait another minute. This is a really, really, really important program tonight. And I want you to know before we start that um, this is not going to be scary. So if you were worried that maybe this would be like a little bit like, oh, maybe Maurizio only wants the teenagers because like she's nervous that like the younger kids are going to get scared. It's totally not like that. It is a little bit more mature maybe, but it's something special for you all. Plus, we're going to get to sing together. Obviously, we are not going to be able to like unmute everybody, but we're going to be able to sing. And we never, ever had a woman singer on the Tehillim Army before. So Tehila Erlich is going to hop on to sing with us a kumzitz at the end and a special like treat of her own that she has for us. And so that's really exciting. But we're here for a very, very, very special reason. And I'm excited that we're doing this tonight because I know that whoever is going to sleepaway camp, let's see, anyone here going to sleepaway camp tomorrow or soon? Okay, I see a bunch of people. That's so exciting. And I hope you have the best summer. Anyone here going to a day camp or working in a camp locally? Anyone here not going to camp and they're just staying home? Okay, so we have all different, and I'm sure there's people who are like taking RV trips and other random stuff, but we could be here for a long time being like, and who's doing this and who's doing that? So, okay, you're all going to have an incredible summer. I'm really excited for all of you. Congrats on finishing school, whether you had a graduation or not. Every year it's like a graduation. It's kind of not fair. I always think like, especially like if you're in middle school, like you don't celebrate every single year that you graduate. It's like all those years from elementary, middle school, there's like nothing going on for like so many years straight. But you're getting there and you can make your own graduations every single year. So this could be our graduation, our bridge between school and camp. Um, so tonight we're gonna have the very, very, very special opportunity to meet two sisters. Their names are Shoshana and Batsheva, and they're from Beit Shemesh in Israel. Shoshana and Batsheva Zimbalist. They were born in Israel, but their older siblings were born in Silver Spring, Maryland, which is actually not far from where I live in Baltimore. It's like an hour away. Um, and Shoshana and Batsheva, unfortunately, just had a very big tragedy in their family. And that is that their brother, their older brother, Eliyahu Moshe, who was a soldier in Gaza, unfortunately, like their biggest nightmares came true, and he was killed in Gaza just 2 weeks ago. So it's literally just happened. And normally, I don't, you guys might not know this about me, but normally I'm very, very sensitive to something. Like I feel like when something sad, terrible happens to a person, a lot of times like people want to interview them and say like, how do you feel? What's going on? And maybe they want it, maybe they don't, but I'm very sensitive to it. I always feel like I don't want to like I don't want to force anybody to talk about their feelings and um oh like what message could you give us? Like no, this is their time to like be sad and be with their family. And it's like very not like me to do an interview with people who literally just suffered something and they're really like still in it. You know what I mean? Like it just happened. So it's very not like me to do that. And I didn't do that. They reached out. I guess, well, not really. You'll find out soon, but they're kind of not really related to me, but we're connected a little bit because my cousin is married to their sister. So my cousin who lives in Israel, I guess he found out that the girls, these two sisters, really felt like they wanted to have a chance to talk about their brother, talk about what happened to them, talk about what it means to them that, their brother is no longer with them and he was fighting for Israel and he's such an important soldier. And they wanted to be able to share with other girls, like preferably. And they were talking to their brother-in-law, I guess, and he said, "Well, why don't I think this is what happened." He said, "I have an idea. I'll reach out to Mauriziri. She's my cousin in America, and she knows a lot of teenagers, and this is how it happened." And they wanted this opportunity to share, which is so special. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because like, it's so fresh, it's so new, and they're so strong, these girls. So I'm excited for you to hear. Now, I had this conversation with them yesterday and I recorded it. I wanted them to come on live, but then I realized that coming on live is probably not the smartest thing because when you are in such a new situation and you never really talked about this like publicly before, this is the first time that they're sharing with anyone, outside of their own home. So it's a little sensitive and we wanted to just give them like the comfort to know that like it's not live. You know what I mean? Like when you're talking live, it's like, okay, what am I going to say? Like, how are my feelings going to come out? And they were so unbelievable and so brave. And I left really inspired. And I'm excited. Actually, I can't even talk straight. I'm actually excited to see it again. Not like happy excited, but it's very heartwarming. And it leaves you with the feeling of like, wow, I'm so proud to be a Jew. And I can't wait to hear what you think about it afterwards. So maybe like after we watch it's like a video, but after we watch this interview, I would love to be able to hear from some of you what you think and what um, feel about what you hear in the interview. So listen carefully. I would love to know. And that's really the point of this so that we can share with each other. Then we're going to sing together and we're going to say Tehillim at the end. So stay on, don't go anywhere unless it's your bedtime. But I think everyone here is a little bit beyond that. So I'm going to share the screen and let's show these two unbelievable heroes, sisters. When I mean heroes, but like they're just, you'll see how cute they are, how normal they are, and how much, like it's so real when you get to see it from them directly. So give me a thumbs up when it starts playing so that I know that you can hear it and see it. Okay.
That's
Hi,
perfect.
this is Mauriziri, and I'm here live with Shoshana and Batsheva Zimbalist from Israel, Beit Shemesh. And it's a big honor and a pleasure to have you here with us in, virtually at least. And, we're here. It's not like a happy reason, but, and we'll get into, the reason why you're here with us today. But I first want to say that it's exciting for us because Israel's on our minds all the time. Um, you know, what's going on in the war is always on our minds. We're saying Tehillim army saying Tehillim, and everybody's doing as much as we can, but we are far away. Not all of us know people directly involved, but we feel very strongly connected. Um, and I'm calling this whole program tonight Uniting Hearts because I feel like our hearts are trying our hardest to feel for you. Um, and your hearts, whether they be broken and proud and maybe all at the same time, we're really all connected. And we want to feel a little bit about we want to feel like we understand a little bit about what you're going through and then hopefully be able to internalize it. And then give each other a chizuk, like us showing you that we care and you showing us what it's like to be on, in the middle of everything going on in Eretz Israel. So first of all, Shoshana and Batsheva, can you just each introduce yourselves to all of the big fans you have in America?
So hi, I'm Shoshana. I'm 15 years old and I'm going into 10th grade next year and I learn at Openat Bat Yisrael that's in Ramat Beit Shemesh.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Batsheva. I'm 13 years old. I'm going into 8th grade and I'm learning at Openat Bat Yisrael Ramat Beit Shemesh with Shoshana.
Amazing. Okay. So you're joining the high school next year.
Oh, I'm already in high school.
Eighth grade is considered high school?
In Israel, there's like the schools go from like a bunch of them go from 7th to 12th. So we're in the
Cool.
same school. There's just like different like principals for each thing. Yeah.
Divisions. Got it.
Yeah.
So the two of you are part of, seven children. But you both born in Israel?
Yeah.
And where did your family come from before they made Aliyah?
Silver Spring, Maryland. Oh.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
And I know you also have family in Teaneck, maybe?
Yeah. My grandparents and my mom's brother lives there.
Okay, okay, cool. Well, I'm in Baltimore, so not far from where I guess your older siblings were born.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so what brings you guys here today is that unfortunately, the way Hashem had it was that your brother, Elimo or Eliyahu Moshe, um, was bravely fighting for Israel in the Sahel in his unit. And just 2 weeks ago, I believe, we heard the news that he was killed in Gaza. Um, I remember hearing about it in America, and it was like right for us, we found out right after Shabbos. But I would imagine that for you, your finding out the news was a very different story. Do you want to just take us back there? And Shoshana and Batsheva, you can answer whenever you see fit, whatever questions speak to you. So just, I guess, tell us a little bit about what that was like, finding out, I guess, over the course of Shabbos, the news from the battlefield, I guess.
So on Shabbos morning, we went to shul regularly, and there was a kiddush in shul because someone had a bar mitzvah, and so some of the people went, and so like I didn't, and me and my sister, we were sitting at home, we were just chilling like a regular Shabbos, waiting for them to come home, and then like as they came home, they like came back in like pairs, I guess in a way. Also, Batsheva had a friend over that Shabbos, and so, like, everyone came back, did their own things. And then, like, a few minutes after they came back, we got a knock on our door, a knock that we never, I guess, would expect it to happen. And we were all just in shock and, like, didn't know what to do, couldn't believe that it was him because he gave us such reassurance that everything's okay and he'll be okay and that there's nothing to worry about. So when we came to the door and found out that it was like him, we just didn't know what to do with ourselves. We were just shocked and we were sad and like we couldn't believe it.
Who was at the door? Who came to tell
There
you?
was 3 Hayalim.
And they were, I guess, sent by the army to, tell the
Yeah.
news to the family first. So
Mhm.
important because you don't want to have to hear such a terrible thing from anyone else. Like you want to know about
Right,
it
so
from the source as soon as you can.
first with all that, my oldest sister, Nahama, she's married and she doesn't live at home. So we also had to figure out how to tell her and because we didn't want other people from the army to go tell her because wherever she lives, it's very hard to see soldiers come and tell you. You want someone that she knows to come and tell her. And also wherever she lives, there's people that also have husbands in the army or brothers, and we didn't want to scare anyone else.
Wow. That's your
Mhm. So
sister
we
that's
said,
married to Yaakov.
yeah.
Right. So Yaakov is my second cousin. Um, and I remember when that was how I guess like Saturday night, Matzah Shabbos, when I turned my phone on, one of the first things I saw was a WhatsApp status from Yaakov with a picture of your brother and his brother-in-law, who's your brother-in-law, his brother-in-law, which is your brother, picture of the two of them with, I guess, Yaakov's kids on his shoulders, like the two, nieces.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was the sweetest picture ever. And he said that this is his brother-in-law and he unfortunately was killed over Shabbos. And I didn't know your brother at all, but I think the whole world has been talking about your brother recently. Um, it's it's big news for your family and it's big news for all of the Jewish people because it's not often that like we a lot of people in America like seem to know your family and are connected and he's a soldier who's also a religious soldier, so like it's very involved in our religious community, so a lot of people are just like we all know a lot of common people, so it's like very, it's always a tragedy when something horrible happens and we care about every single one of them, but when with somebody that someone who knows them, suddenly it like woke us all up. Also the picture that was going around of him, that still is going around of him, is that beautiful picture of him with his tefillin on. And right away, everybody knows, oh, he's a from, he's a from Chayal. He wears tefillin. I'm sure to you that's very obvious. He's your brother. You're like, of course he does. I guess so. If you're comfortable, whatever you're comfortable sharing, I can't even believe that you want to come and talk about this now. I think that the fact that you guys are like here to schmooze about this, and I know you're not just not a schmooze, but more like, share with us and share some messages of inspiration and hope and whatever else we can talk about. I think that's a huge thing. I don't know how many people would be willing to do that 2 weeks after such big news and tragedy hits. But I want this to be about you guys and whatever you feel like you want to share with all of us. We're gonna soak it in and we're gonna pay close attention. And it's like our way of being connected to you in this really in like the first month. It's not Shiva anymore, but you're still in the Shloshim, the 30 days. So I guess tell us about Eliyahu Moshe. Tell us what he was like as a brother. Yeah, I just we want to hear about him.
He was very kind, caring. He always thought of others first. Um, he didn't want people to worry about him. He wanted people to worry about other stuff. He's like, I'm worrying about myself. I don't need other people to worry about me. He he was sweet. He was kind. He always took us to places. He liked to spoil us.
And so he was very generous. He always also was a very modest person, that he was always like wanted to do things for others. He never had time to just sit and do nothing. He always liked to move. He couldn't just sit and do things. He always was helping around the house or helping other people's. And he had also one of his things that he liked to do was to build. So he as his hobby, he'd go and build things for people, like in the shul in their neighborhood. Like if you walk around our neighborhood, half the pergolas that are built, he built them, or the mechitzas in our shul, the pergola in the shul, the Aron Kodesh, like anything there, he basically built. He's like went around and leaving a bunch of gifts for everyone.
And he did that as like a volunteer. It was just like a chesed.
Yeah, he did it as like his job too. Like
It was his
Right,
business.
right, right.
yeah,
It was a little like side thing. Well, I did see that they're raising money now to finish like making a base madrash in his memory
yeah,
in your shul.
mhm,
And that was
yeah,
something that he already had made so much. He'd already built with his own hands so
mhm,
many things in the
yeah,
shul itself. So cool. How do
yeah.
you know how to do that?
He when he was younger, he went to like this
Funny.
to like one of our neighbors did like a course for like the kids, like how to build a bit. And once he went there, he like really connected to it and he wanted to do it. So when it came his bar mitzvah time, we told my grandparents, instead of getting him books to learn, to get him a set of a drill and tools. So we got it for him, and since then ever he was always building things, doing painting, and he was just learning things. He got bigger and bigger. Like after the
Wow.
army in yeshiva, he was planning on going to learn how to build like a 3-story building in like an engineering or whatever it is.
And engineers.
Yeah, engineering school.
Wow. Wow. It's so like it's so crazy to think that like he's 21 years old, right? So he, we think he had his whole life ahead of him, but and he did, and that was kind of like ripped away from him, and we don't understand why. But it seems like he was such a shining light in your family and in the whole seems like the whole Beit Shemesh and your whole community like knew him. Like everyone just seemed to like know who he was, and he already made so many like physical contributions. Like he did things and he left memories wherever he was, which is so major because I feel like you don't hear that about a 21-year-old boy. He's like technically still a kid, you know? I guess
Yeah.
tell us like a little bit about what he did in the army, because I know he was a lot of our like viewers and listeners, we don't know so much about the army in Israel, how it works. So I guess like what kind of track was he in and or what was he planning on doing?
So he was in a thing called a Hezder program. And in his Hezder program, like after high school, you go to yeshiva for a year and a half. And after that, you go to the army for a year and a half. And then you go back to yeshiva when you're done with the army for another year and a half. So he was like towards the end of his army part of it. And he was in the Handasa Kravit, the engineering corps, I think that's what it's called, is where they go and they blow things up, like buildings, tunnels, bridges, and all these things.
Wow. And
Yeah.
rumor has it, because a lot of like, I read some articles about him and heard some interviews, and I heard that he was offered actually to stay on longer in the army because they really, really liked him. But like you said, he was on track to go back to yeshiva. And tell
Mhm.
us about that.
So they wanted him to stay for longer, but he kept saying like, I could do this other thing that you wanted me to do, like to go to a higher position. But he's like, no, I want to go back to yeshiva after. And him and his commander would always go back and forth between each other, being like, hey, you should stay for longer. And then Moshe would always be like, no, I'm going back to yeshiva after. And they'd go back and forth, back and forth. And then his commander just said, okay, like when it comes, like then we'll talk. But then Moshe would always be like, hey, but I'm still going back.
Well, well, um, I guess there's probably a lot of different people that have been coming to your house, like when you were sitting Shiva just a week ago when you finished sitting Shiva. But did you learn anything new about your brother from what people came in? Did they tell any stories about him? Like what was the feeling like during that week?
We knew nothing really was new to us because we knew all this, but we just got to hear all kinds of different stories from other perspectives of what like he did.
And like we heard it in like a stronger way, and like how he wasn't just generous and like kind and like had all these um tchunot like for himself, and like he actually shared it with the rest of the world. It wasn't just
They told us like how he inspired them. They told us
like there's
their
a story
Like his
that like
friends?
yes,
Yeah.
friends, fam, people, they're on the street. Like, Shabbos, like, after someone came to our house, like, one of like Moshe's friends was staying in Beit Shemesh, and went to go get flowers, like, off the side of the road for the person he was staying at. And then he was just, like, making small talk with the person. And he's like, oh, yeah, by the way, those, like, 8 people that, like, from that, tragedy, like, they were part of my, like, group in the army. And he's like, "Oh, wow, really?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm actually here for Shabbos, like, to be with Eli Moshe's family." And the guy was like, "Oh, wow, I actually knew Eli Moshe." And he's like, "Here, take flowers and give this to his mom." And, like, he doesn't even know how he knew him or how, just some random guy on the side of the road knew him. Like, he made such an impact on, like, every single person that, like, he knew. A big, like, older person, younger person, like, any type of person, he made an impact on them.
like he paid attention to the invisible people.
Mm.
Like, to the guard, people in the kitchen, he'd always make sure to, like,
Invisible people, like
know.
right, like the people that don't necessarily get the credit and attention.
Yeah, and he always knew how
So
to find the way to get attention, to, like, say hi to them, make sure they know who their name was, wonder how they're doing, and just he wanted, like, always was
Like
interested
once
in
I
people.
was just walking and some person he saw looked sad. He walked by and was like, how are you? And introduced himself, and it made the guy's day, even though he had no clue who he was.
well,
Mhm.
and that's like an example of a story that you found out afterwards.
Yeah.
Who told you that story? The guy who he smiled at?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like you hear stories like that about people. And then I guess when you realize that they're talking about your brother, did you always like just think it was normal? Oh my, he's our brother. Like that's how he is. And then like it's almost like, oh my gosh, like he was really a special person. Like, did you like I feel like that would be like a normal reaction because like when you live with him, you don't know that like that's so out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? Like it's so above and beyond what most people do. That's something that like you learn, like you came to realize in the last 2 weeks.
Yes and no, because 'cause we'd always, like, see it in his personality on a day-to-day basis, like, we'd always see how much he'd help and how he'd do things, like, people would ask him to do things, and he'd always just say yes, he'd just do it, like, automatically, like, that was just, like, something that he'd do. And then at the same time, we got to see, like, how powerful it was. It wasn't just at home and in his community, like, people in yeshiva, his high school, the army, and all these places that you saw it actually, like, happen, like, the action.
Right. It wasn't just in your home. It was like wherever he went. He was
Mhm.
like a walking a walking Kiddush Hashem, it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Wow. I guess, did you hear anything, about his last stint in the army and like the end, time? Like, did anyone like share anything that is like, you're thinking about a lot about like what it was like for him when he was in Gaza toward the end?
Well,
So at the end, like and that was like past few weeks, it's been like really, really hot in Israel. And he's been also in Lafiya,
yeah.
yeah. And it'd been really hot there. So they always they're in a vehicle most of the time, usually, or in a building, and they don't have any
Right.
water or electricity in Gaza. So it was really hot. They didn't have air conditioning or whatever. And when they're doing all the things, it's really hot. So, Eliyahu Moshe was telling us one time that there was all these flies there. He felt like all the flies in Israel just surrounded there. That he'd go and he'd clap his hands and he'd just collect a ton of flies. But his friends were saying that he'd be like, yeah, but like that's okay, and like he'd never really complain about anything. He'd just be like, yeah, but like that's life. We're doing it because we have to, and like we're gonna get through it. And it was like, okay, like they found other solutions for things.
Wow.
Mhm.
Did he come home like often in the last few months?
Yeah, kind of.
Like every 2 weeks around.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Wow.
Like the Shabbos before we found out we were out all actually home for Shabbos.
Yeah.
Like our whole family. So it was very nice.
The last time we were all together, we were playing broken telephone, and it was Eli Moshe's turn to say something. He
Hmm.
said, "אני רוצה להשתחרר מהצבא," and that's I want to leave the army. And then it was like, I want to get drunk. Get, I want to get, I want to get makeup. I want that. And then at the end, we all started laughing, and it was just a memory we did all together.
And we played it with our niece, so like left her some like special memory with him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
Right. Like you'll always remember like your last game of broken telephone together.
Hmm.
Yeah. In general, we don't play games like that, but it was just like something popped into our minds to play all together.
Hmm. Probably also because your niece was there, so it was like, okay, let's do
Yeah.
something cute because like it's like
Yeah.
babyish game, but like it's fun,
Mhm. And she thought it was so funny.
Yeah, she would just laugh.
It is funny. It's the funniest game, I know, but that's probably what inspired you. Like, oh, let's do it, and
Hmm.
I guess like Hashem put that idea in your brain so that like you have these like you know
Yeah.
positive,
Yeah.
happy, light memories that are recent, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not a surprise that he said, I want to leave the army because nobody wants, as much as we want to fight for Israel and be like a proud Israeli, a proud Jew, a proud whatever, fill in the blank. You want to be home with your family. Nobody wants to be doing this. This is, we're here for a mission. And he was clearly on a mission. Did he talk about his mission in the army? Like, was he, like, what did he share with the family when he would come home from, his few weeks in and out?
He didn't share much. We had to get it out of him. As his younger sisters, we'd always ask a lot of questions and like try to find out. He would just say like he'd tell us around like his funny memories that he had, or he'd show us his like explosions that they do because he had had his phone in there because of his job that he had. So they'd take a video of the screen of the explosions and he'd show us. He'd be like, "We did this and this," and he'd just like let us look on the little bits of things.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that was?
Um, because he was like, he didn't want to share with us too much because he didn't want us to get worried from the little words he said.
Mm-hmm. Were you
And
worried
also
like
he just
throughout the year, like knowing he was there? Like, how did you feel about that the whole time?
I was worried, but at the same time, he told me not to worry, so I wasn't so worried. Because I wouldn't think you wouldn't expect this to happen to your own brother.
No,
also,
never.
he has like a vehicle, like it's called a Nemeran. It's like a armored personnel carrier. Yeah, that thing. And he's like said like he always kept telling us like if anything of all the positions in the army, that's probably like the safest place to be. And then he's like, okay, like he has a vehicle, he'll be okay, like he's safe, like we'll be okay. And then when this happened, we're
You're
like,
like, all he does is explode buildings. Like, how big can that be?
Right.
but in reality, it's actually a big job because
Yeah.
they go first out of everyone to clear the way for everyone else to go so no one else would get injured.
Wow. I feel like he gave you like a gift of like tranquility, of like menuchas hanefesh, like, just like
Mhm.
throughout, like from it's been so many months that he's been there. So like throughout that time, he wanted to save all of you from being a nervous wreck the whole time, you know? Um, and then I guess, now there was not much he could do about this, but at least like getting into it, like, you were able to, have that kind of like good, fun, brotherly love relationship with him throughout up until the very end, which is so special. Um, yeah, it's really amazing. I just know that. So my cousin Yaakov is also related to Rabbi Rosner, you go to that shul,
Yeah.
right?
hmm
So Rabbi Rosner is also a cousin of mine from the same family. Um, and I was watching the live stream of his son's wedding, Abraham. So I
hmm
guess Abraham's probably around the same, like maybe he's a little older than Ali Moshe,
Yeah, I think he's a bit older.
I think it's a bit.
right? But they're probably, but they probably know each other,
Yeah.
and in my mind, like, you know, it could be anybody, like you said, it happens to be like of course you were shocked as your brother, but like all of these boys are putting themselves into such a dangerous situation with so much pride. And I was watching the live stream of the chuppah from America because obviously I was not lucky enough to go, but I was watching it and I was watching Rabbi Rosner speak under the chuppah, and it was like such a like emotional, like powerful moment. He was speaking to Abraham and saying how you fight like a lion, and he's also in and out, and I don't even know where he is right now, but like these boys are just such heroes, and like I was just filled with so much pride, like this is my cousin, like so I don't get to see him very often, but like I'm so proud of him, and I'm proud of Ali Moshe, even though I don't know him. Like, I'm proud of all of these boys, and I'm so proud to be connected in whatever way I could be connected. And I'm sitting there just like brimming, and I could see that obviously, like for him, he's talking about his child, and when you're talking about your own like immediate family, I can't even imagine how proud, you all should be. But like, if this is how Hashem took him, like it is such like he's like so holy, like it's like the ultimate holiness. Like he literally, like he said, like they keep using that expression, like fight like a lion. Do you hear that a lot in Israel? Like Ka'ari or whatever. Like they always say that, like they fought like a lion. It's an expression to say like how brave they were and strong they were and fearless. Um,
Yep.
yeah, it's like I'm
So,
sure it's probably like something that they say a lot, but every time I hear it, it like sends me chills because it's literally what it is. Like you can't go in there scared, and they really like master that. And how is that even possible at 21 years old? Like, how do they know how to be that way? It's so unbelievable. Um,
right.
yeah. So I guess Batsheva and Shoshana, if you want to share with everybody like um, what do you think we should know here? Like, what's your wish for people around the world, like to feel like, give us some direction.
Uh, to be strong and to believe in Hashem, and even in the hard times, He's still with you and protecting you, even if He has to, even if it's in a hard way. It's hard to believe, but you have to know it's for the best. Hashem's still taking care of you.
Hashem wanted the best with them, so we had to take him. We have to know to be strong, and that Am Yisrael mamash chazak, that we're all very strong, and that we can do this, and there's no other place to be than in Israel, and that we're all very strong, and that we could do things that are hard, even though it's not a fun thing to do or not something you'd want, but we do it anyway, and we believe that Bezrat Hashem, that Mashiach will come soon.
Moshe would want everyone to be strong and to fight and dive into Hashem that we'll succeed in our and destroy our enemy and wherever they are, and to make sure that we stay strong.
It sure sounds like that. I mean, it sounds like if that's how he wanted you to be leading up to this, then he definitely wants everyone to continue fighting and believing.
He doesn't want us to be sad or sitting here being upset or anything. He'd want us to stand strong with our heads up high, being like, I'm part of Am Yisrael, and this is who we're going to be no matter what. So no one could take us down or bring us down. And we're here no matter what. So live it and be it and do what you can. Be proud that you're Jewish. Be proud that you're a Jew.
Wow. Have your friends like come to support you, and how's that been?
Yeah. We have a very supportive community and friends and family. Everyone's always here. During the Shiva, there were so many people here, we couldn't see the floor of our own house. And everyone was here supportive, bringing food, printing pictures for us, or doing even the smallest things. We have the biggest community, the nicest people. Everyone's just very, very kind. Also, people would come during the Shiva, they tell us, we don't know you, you don't know us, but we're here to just support you. They're very, very nice and kind.
Wow. And do you appreciate that? I guess you do, but like, I guess, everyone has different ways of like grieving and being after something hard happens. But for you, when a stranger walks in and says, I'm thinking about you, like that felt good for you?
Yeah, it's so nice to see that Am Yisrael, we're like one, no matter what. There's different things in the nation or whatever it is, that everyone's still here for each other. That even if they don't know him, they heard about him, they saw how inspirational he was and how like a good heart he was, that they just wanted to come and show their support to us and be there and be like, I don't know you, but I'm still here for you. Like that's how Am Yisrael is, that we're all just here for each other no matter what in the hard time.
Wow. I would imagine that, all the girls who are watching this, I'm sure that they would love an opportunity to be able to share their thoughts. Do you guys email?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they wanted to, I guess, reach out and share, like, how could they reach you?
They could email us, WhatsApp us.
So text it to me later, and I'll share with everybody how they could reach you. Because it's just an opportunity for people to feel connected. I guess, going forward, this war is not over. There's so many things that we have to still daven for and pray for. And if you could just, teach me, like, what exactly should we be like having in mind at this time, like, so that we could have in mind everybody and everybody who's hurting.
Should be davening for all of the hostages that are still in Gaza in captivity.
Yeah, Eliyahu Moshe, we said, don't worry about me. Worry about the hostages.
And also for all the Chaylim that got injured and need a lot of tefillot, and all the Chaylim, we should all come home safe, B'ezrat Hashem. And for all Am Yisrael, that we should stay safe and there wouldn't be any other losses in the nation.
I mean, yeah. We're going into the summer now. Summer is like a really fun time. I think most people, if you ask teenage girls what's their favorite season, I mean, I could ask you right now, what's your favorite season? Is it summer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, not surprisingly, you have a break from school, you go to Ulim, trips, whatever, camp maybe. And it's rough. It's hard. It's really hard. And it's, during the year, even without this news that you guys had, I'm saying even for everybody, like summer is such a fun time. And a lot of our girls here are heading off to sleepaway camp, and it's like loads of fun. It's going to be a challenge to balance the situation that's ongoing and also be able to move on with our lives and do the things we're supposed to do. Like, I'm sure, like you said, your brother, Eliyahu Moshe, wants you to have a good time and enjoy yourself and not be crying all day and praying all day long or whatever. So we have to be normal. It's a hard balance. I don't know the answer to it, but I would imagine that like um it's a hard thing, but we need to do something. Like we need to just always like do something. Do you have any recommendations of what that something could be? Like I'm trying to think even myself, like how to guide others. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that because it's like a really tricky thing.
If I Moshe would always be like, just continue on, like move on with your life, like do things. But yeah, I guess you could also do things in memory of him, or do things in honor of the Chayalim, or lefuat people, like, and to just do things for them, but still have fun because you can't just sit all day at home and be
Hmm.
sad or whatever it is, because then you're showing the enemy that also they won. You have to also
You have
show
to show them you're not scared
them.
and you're brave and we're gonna win and we're gonna be our best. We're gonna be happy.
So you have to somehow
Wow, I love
incorporate
that.
it with mhm.
Right. Like do something positive, do something happy, do something that's going to bring joy and do it like dedicate it and say this is for this chus of fill in the blanks, whether it's for Eli Moshe, Chayalim who are fighting now, hostages, families that are hurting, whatever. And all of it, of course, to bring Mashiach, like you
Yeah.
like you said first. So Shoshana and Batsheva, um, you guys are so strong. I'm sure that your brother Eliyahu Moshe is in a very high place and very, very proud of you for even just doing this right now and spreading his mission and spreading your own light. And I don't know what will come, and I don't think I need to tell you this, but a lot of times like things come in waves, so sometimes like you feel very strong and sometimes you don't feel very strong, right? Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm sure
Yeah.
you've had moments throughout this that you feel like I got this. I'm doing what Eli Moshe wants, and then a minute later or an hour later you might be feeling why, right? And all of those feelings are normal. It's even normal to feel it at the same time, like we always say, all those different like mixed emotions. But Hashem should give you the koach and the will to, keep going, connect with your friends, lead the good life. When you start, you're starting 10th grade, you're starting 10th grade, you're starting ninth grade.
Okay.
You're just one grade apart.
But Cheva's starting 8th grade, I'm starting. No,
Oh, you're
2.
starting eighth.
She's starting 8th. I'm turning.
Oh, okay, fine. So you're starting eighth grade, you're starting 10th grade. Um, those are awesome years. And, you know, you'll be so strong and just continue to keep on keeping on, but in the best way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
It was so really, really special, like speaking with you and meeting you. And it's important like for us to see that you're like, just like us, we're all, I mean, I wish I could be included in this like teenage group. I'm a little like triple your age type of thing, but but we're all like, whether you're girls in Israel and girls here, and hopefully one day soon we'll all mesh together in Israel and you'll make some room for us when we all, come when Mashiach comes, just move over a little bit
yeah,
and make some room.
we will. Can't wait to
Thank
have all you guys here
you.
and make it out.
Okay, just welcome us in, like big signs at the airport. Um, okay, Shoshana and Batsheva, have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and I really hope that you all really gained something from that. I'll start. I'll start and tell you a little bit just about how I felt after speaking with them, and now again watching it. I actually learned new things a second time, but it's a funny thing about watching something twice. Um, I think the first thing was like hearing about what soldiers go through. Like, you say like we're davening for the soldiers, we're thinking of the soldiers. I can't believe what they're going through. Like the way they were describing the heat, Gaza is boiling hot and like there's flies and just like, the things that we complain about every single day. Like I don't know. Like I was complaining about the heat today, and they're in a tank that makes it even more boiling hot, and the flies are gross and they're around them, and there's no electricity and running water, and yet they're still fighting and they're scared and they have missions that are really, really insane, like blowing up buildings. And oh my gosh, like I have so much respect for them. Like I never even really think about that. That's number one. I also feel like um that whole thing they talked about. Did you hear what they said about the broken telephone game that they played the Shabbos before with their brother? I feel like so often we sit around Shabbos afternoon with nothing to do, and a lot of us do things like that. Like we play games with our family, and those are such special things that we're doing. Like we don't even realize how amazing it is that we have those opportunities to like just have a good time and have fun and make fun memories. And that's now they really appreciate that. And they're like, wow, like those were our moments with our brother. We can bond over it. And we just have to appreciate life so much, especially and now also understanding their pain. Like they just had something ripped out of their hearts and they're going to build and they're going to be great. I mean, the kind of strength that they are showing us is so, so, so beyond. But Hashem is going to see that strength and he's going to hasten the geula. I know it. Anyone here want to share something? I'll just give you guys an opportunity and then we're going to go to our kumzitz. If anybody here had something specific that they wanted to share, don't be shy. I see a lot of cameras are off. You're welcome to put your camera on for the next part. Also, it'll be really nice to be able to see more people. But let's see over here. We have Shane D. Silberstein. Could you unmute yourself?
Hi,
Hi, Shane D. How are you?
I'm Tessie Silverstein. It's my mother's phone.
Oh, that awkward moment. Oh my gosh, Passy, I met you. I know you.
Yeah, I'm
So happy you came on. You have a Wachnach tonight, you told me.
Yeah,
So tell me what your thoughts are.
I'm really impressed how they gathered the strength to come on right after it happened. And
Yeah.
I never thought about the families really. How it's amazing how much strength they have. I don't think I would be able to do that.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah. I think also like Hashem gives people strength, when they need it. And they might not always feel so strong, like we were saying, but this is their reality, and they're still so proud at the same time. They're not asking why. They're so proud. So it is very special. Thanks for sharing that, Passy.
Thank you.
Passy, live from Monroe, right? Maybe. Oops, I'm gonna just said to her. Okay. Anyone else here want to share something? We'll do like one or two more. Esty Bonder. Now I'm scared to say maybe Esty Bonder is your babysitter or something.
No, hi, Esty.
Hi, Esty.
I'm just impressed how like calm they were. Like if it was me, I'd be like crying the whole time.
Yeah. I was very, it's something, first of all, different personalities, right? Like I don't, this is the first time I ever met them, but they seem so like, I know, like they kind of just like accepting what Hashem gave them and just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Esty?
Say
Yeah. What were you going to say?
nothing. I just said they were so calm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, let's see. I saw like a whole bunch of hands raised, but let's see over here. The InKredible Teens. Could you unmute yourself?
I think it's really amazing that they were just like able to talk about it and just like they wanted to talk about it. They wanted like to give other people like feedback and like they didn't want everyone to be like just like sad and like they want everyone to realize that like even like when something bad happens, like you're still able to like understand that like Hashem like is doing it for a reason and you might not understand like they've been through it themselves and they were able to see that. I think it's really amazing.
Yeah. Do you want to say something?
That also they weren't like when it happened, I probably would have been like all upset, but they were also able to see that it's like everything's from Hashem, and it was for the best.
Yeah. They mentioned that like when they got that knock on the door, like I would, just trying to imagine what that's like. It's a regular Shabbos day. It was like after the Kiddush and Shul, everyone's coming home, and then there's a knock on the door, and they're like, who could it be? And it's 3 Israeli soldiers coming to say like something so, so horrible. And it seems like there was like a lot of shock, it makes sense. Like people go into like a state of shock. Like, what do you do? We should never chas v'shalom have to know from that kind of news. And like their first reaction was like so sensitive. I don't know if you like were paying like, and if you heard this part, but I like even like thought about it more the second time when I was just watching it. Like they right away were like, we need to tell our sister, like our married sister, so that like she like you don't think about who you're gonna tell net. Like they have their own shock and pain, and they were like, we have to tell our sister, and but we have to be careful because there's other people that also have people, and they're just thinking of the other. That's so that's such a high level. Like they don't even realize it. So yeah, where are you girls from?
West Hempstead.
Cool. Are you sisters?
Yeah.
So nice. I love asking that because it just makes me so happy to see that like Zoom brings us all together. So thanks for joining us, girls. Okay, so I'm so excited that tonight, and I know you all have so many beautiful things to say. I'm probably sit here all night. This is like, I love this. It's like the best classroom in the world. And I'm so excited. And remember, you guys you're on mute. Sorry. Like maybe at the next unmuted concert, we could all scream out loud together. But I'm gonna introduce Tehila. Tehila's awesome. And I met Tehila for the first time. Lag BaOmer at the concert when she was here in New Jersey. Not here, but in New Jersey. Here because she's from Chicago. And she's really cool. She's like a Jewish country singer. Cowboy. I'm like cowboy. She wears a cowboy hat. I don't know if she's wearing it. I don't think she's wearing it now. But she has a really unique style of music, and she sings like gorgeous. And I'll tell you why in a minute why I like her even more. But most importantly, what do I like about a person? I like when people follow their dreams and are humble. And those are 2 things that I love about Tehila from meeting her. So I'm gonna look for her in the participants list. Second, she's under a code name, Michael's iPad. Michael's iPad. Could you unmute yourself?
Hi, I'm definitely not Michael. That's my husband's name. But hi, guys. I'm Tehila.
It's fine. That girl is definitely not Shandy.
Hi, Morderi. How are you?
Good. Baruch Hashem. Welcome to I was going to say Tehila Army, but this is not the Tehila Army. Welcome to the first ever InKredible Teen Girls program. And
hi, girls. It's so nice to see all of your faces. I'm so excited to sing with you guys tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, we've been dying to sing, and everyone keeps saying, where's the women? Like, why can't we have women? And I'm like, we get one day, we'll do something for girls. And here we are. So this is making history right here.
Girl power. Let's sing the night away. I'm so excited.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna spotlight you in a minute so that you could see all the girls and everything. Because when we're both spotted, I don't think you could see much. And are you gonna sing your original song first?
Of course.
Okay, so I want to say that I told Tehila before that I love when people write their own music. Not everybody has that talent, but everyone has their talent. Some people write music, some people write other things, some people, play instruments, and some people are artistic, and some people are good at math, and some people are good at whatever. I was going to say painting, that's the same thing as artistic because there's a painting in front of me. But everyone can think about what their talent is and then do it, and then pursue your dreams, and don't be afraid to be the first, and don't be afraid of what scares you. And I love that you write music from your heart. Like, that's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Before I started putting out music, I actually made my first, I started with putting out cover songs, but before I put out my first cover song, I was so nervous, like fingers shaking, nervous. It was so scary. So I remember I was like, I pushed it off a week, and I pushed it off another week. And then my friend called me. She was like, didn't you record this song like a month ago? Like, why are you not putting it out? I was like, I don't know. I'm just a little bit nervous. She was like, Tehila, Hashem gave you a gift. a songwriting gift, a singing gift, and you have no right to keep it to yourself. And you have to use that gift to spread light and spread positivity and connecting through music. And I was like, you know what? Okay, you're right. And I just took the leap of faith and I started putting out my own music. And it was the best thing I've ever done because music is so powerful and it really connected to so many women around the world in ways that like I never would have thought possible. And I'm just so happy that I used that God-given talent to connect with my fellow Jewish sisters. So
yay. We're so lucky to have you here. Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
The stage is yours.
Hi, guys. It's so nice to see all of your beautiful faces. I actually see some familiar faces here. Hi, that's my niece, Ariella Mycel. Hi, Ariella. Hi, Liba and Chamas Weiber. So this first song that I'm going to sing is I love that sign. Oh, Ariella, you're the best. That is the greatest sign. I love you so much. So this first song that I'm going to sing, I wrote after October 7th. Obviously, when we all heard the news, we were all so shaken to our core and so broken. So naturally, when I have a lot of feelings, I decide to put my feelings into a song. And this song is called Dear God. It's a prayer to Hashem, just telling him what we're going through down here. Dear God, we're not doing so great down here. Let me tell you, God, I've never seen so many tears. Yeah, I'm scared, but I know deep down we got no one to fear. But God, I remember that day so clear. We were blissfully unaware until the news trickled in. Didn't really know what had happened, but I heard through the grapevine that our soldiers were trapped in. But we had to keep dancing with a hole in our hearts. And that night when our phones came on, the whole world went dark. How will we ever come back from this? Israel, your heart's been brutally ripped out, and now our people are broken. Could've sworn we said never again. So God, take us out of this nightmare we're in. Too many souls taken too soon to heaven. So God, will you help us come back from this? It's just too much. Let me calm down. Oh God, what they did was so inhumane. Let me tell you, God, our world is up in flames. It's too much pain, and the world now says that we're the ones to blame. Oh God, common sense has gone insane. Yeah, the Jewish bloodline is a tale as old as time, and it seems like the devil has been working overtime. And this kind of evil is just too much for our minds to take. Turn it sideways over here. So, how will we ever come back from this? Israel, your heart's been brutally ripped out, and now our people are broken. Could've sworn we said never again. So God, take us out of this nightmare we're in. Too many souls taken too soon to heaven. So how will you help us come back from this? It's just too much. Just let me calm down. They woke up the last morning on a new day. We've never been more united, full of love for our family. And when they keep on chanting from the river to the sea, we'll storm the heavens with prayer and we'll do more good deeds. Together we will come back from this. Yeah, hand in hand we'll stack the bricks to your house. Will be a light in the darkness. We'll never have to say never again. We'll come back stronger. We'll shake off the dust. And we are survivors. It runs in our blood. Together we will come back from this. We'll come back home. Reunite as one. And that is my song called Dear God. Hold on, let me just put this over here. Girls, I loved seeing your faces while you were vibing along with the song. This next song we are going to sing is, I bet you all know this song. I know I can't hear all of you singing along because it's a Zoom meeting, but I would love to see you all singing along. This next song is in the exact theme of what's going on right now, what we're going through as Am Yisrael. Throughout all the generations, they've tried to destroy us. And so far, they've never been successful. So, we're going to sing Isha. I'd love to hear some of your voices.
Tova from Brazil.
Now, guys, this next song is right on par with theme tonight. I'm sure y'all know this song. I felt high. 1, 2, 3. Hey. נולדתי אזרח השמש, לימים יפים ואלה, הלב נחמד וידום. למה יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, עדיין עליו שר אדום. על הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו שקשה לראות. אף אחד כבר לא בודד, שיספרו על מלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מאוחדים. עם ישראל חי, כבר להיות בירידות גם בשעות הכי קשות. הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, מי יכול עלינו? יהיה לנו מדינה, תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אתה אמונה. עם ישראל חי, גדלות תזרח השמש, בימים יפים ואלה, הלב נלחם בדאגות. גם יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, עין עליו שר אדום. על הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו שקשה לראות. לא ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שיספרו המלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מאוחדים. עם ישראל חי, hey guys, עליות וירידות גם בשעות הכי קשות. הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, hey guys, מי יכול עלינו? יהיה לנו מדינה. I love the vibe here, guys. תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אתה אמונה. Hey guys. עם ישראל חי. Guys are all vibing with that one. It's such a
I
good
love
one.
that energy. That was amazing.
You guys are awesome. Oh my gosh. Bringing the rough even through Zoom is like, I'm feeling all your energy through that screen, guys. Keep it up.
Hello, you're not the only one with a guitar out there.
Do I spy a guitar? Hey guys, do I spy a guitar and a piano? Oh my gosh. That is amazing. I hope you guys are pursuing that because, oh my gosh, it's such a gift. This next song was actually a song request. After October 7th, this song also kind of became a little bit of our anthem. I actually released this song as well as Dear God and a few of my other ones. We recently put them all on 24/6. So if any of you guys are on 24/6, all of my music is on there, including this song. This song is called Tehila. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you know the song, of course, I would love to see you singing. Ben Adam, kum betachmanim, kol yadcha music to thee. נתתי חן בעיניך אהבתי. תן לי תפילה Oh, she's got her 24/6 going. I love it. Woo! Hi, Ariella. תלית מילה חכינה שתותיר אותי בשום אוויר. אני רוצה להיות תלוי על חוט השערה באמצע הים, צועק בכל כוחי, ריבונו של עולם. איך אני יודעת תציל אותי, לא בראת אותי, ותלך וישב, תמלא אהבה. אני רוצה גם כן, עשה לי תפילה טובה, שתצח לי את כל אור שלי. תן לי מילה אחת כנה, שתותיר, oh, I love the vibe here, guys, שתותיר אותי בשום אוויר. אני רוצה להיות oh my goodness, she's got her guitar also. אני רוצה להיות תלוי על חוט השערה באמצע הים, צועק בכל. Another guitar and this one's pink. Oh my goodness, you rock, girls. צועק בכל כוחי, ריבונו של עולם. איך אני יודעת תציל אותי. תן לי תפילה טובה, שתצח לי את כל אור שלי. תן לי מילות כנה, שתותיר אותי בשום אוויר. אני רוצה להיות תלוי על חוט השערה באמצע הים, צועק בכל כוחי. Hey guys, ריבונו של עולם. איך אני יודעת. Do I spy another guitar, guys? I'm so proud. תציל אותי. Oh my gosh, another one. Guys, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by all of you just pursuing your music dreams and keep going with the guitar. That is, oh, I'm shopping so much nachas, seeing all these guitars. This is amazing. All right, you guys ready for the next song? Thumbs up. Let me see your thumbs up. All right. I'm sure many of you know this song.
I think I'm ready also.
Maurizio has her guitar. Oh my goodness, Maurizio, you want to join me for this one with your guitar?
I don't think
So
you
much
want
fun.
me to join with my guitar.
Are you sure? I have faith in you.
I just had to join the movement.
I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, I need a picture of this. I need a picture of this. We're playing our guitars together. This is so great. Oh my goodness, you know what? I need a picture of everybody's like screens with their guitars because like we're all jamming together. We're really all jamming together.
Oh, so maybe I should spotlight everyone. I could try to see as many guitars as I can, but there's someone with a broom or a mop. They're like dying for it to be a guitar, but I'm sorry, you're not.
Go for it. You could join. Oh my gosh, I love it.
It looks like we're all having a jam session together. Like people will think that they missed out on like an actual.
I love it. She's got her 24/6. Oh, I see myself.
Yeah.
I see me on the screen. Hi, that's so cute.
That's true.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
I don't know if there's enough like screens. So if I'm missing anyone, they have to forgive me.
Sabracha is so talented. Oh my goodness. Hey.
I think this is our limit for
Okay, so let's take a picture now of all of us with our guitars, and then a picture with everybody because I feel bad. I want everybody to be like included in this picture as well. So let's take one with us and then one with everybody because I don't want to leave anybody out. Okay, hold on. Let me get my guitar in here. You ready, guys? Hold on. All right, smile, guys. I love it. I love it.
We've been smiling. Okay, everyone. Let me just see how to
How long can you hold your smile for?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now everyone with your guitars or without your guitars, get ready for the next song.
Yes. Hi.
They're all
I
so
love
cute.
it.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are amazing.
The best.
Hold on. Oh, switch to gallery. Oh, switch to gallery. Here we go. Okay. All right, guys. Are you ready?
You're a real girl of your
Smile,
word.
everybody. Yeah, of course. Oh my goodness, we have to get everybody in here. Scroll up one more, and then we're gonna get to the next song. I love all the poses, guys. I think we got everybody.
Everybody with their cameras on, but it's okay. If your camera's off, we still love you.
Okay. All right, we'll do one more. Make sure I didn't leave anybody out. All right. Love it, guys. Okay, this next song is called Never Alone, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys know this one. Give me a thumbs up if you know this one. Okay. All right, I'm so excited. Okay. Let's hear you guys singing along with it, okay? Now it's going to start off really low because it goes really high. Okay, so bear with me for that low, okay? Lay on my face, I lay. I know you will watch over me. I know that I am never alone. I feel you right beside me. I feel you right here guiding me. I know that you will bring us home. And on my face I lay to lay out my love with one and all. Star, but the rain. Oh, you sparkle by the rain. I know you will protect me. I know you will watch over me.
Tehila, let's unmute her. Hold on, let's unmute Malka, who loves to sing.
Yes, Malka, you ready? I know you. Let's start from the chorus, okay? 1, 2, 3, go. I know you
protect me. I know you will watch over me.
That
I
voice.
know that I'm never alone. You're beside me. Feel you, you're guiding me. I know that you will bring us home.
Oh my God.
Yay, Malka! That was amazing.
That was so beautiful. Your voice is like an angel. That was so beautiful. Thank you for joining me on that chorus. We're so talented. Keep singing. Never stop. 1, 2, 3, go. I know you will protect me. I know you will watch over me. I know that I am never alone. I feel you right beside me. Feel you right here guiding me. I know that you will bring us home. One more time. I know you will protect me. I know you will watch over me. I know that I am never feel you right beside me. I feel you right here guiding me. Oh, this comes style. I know that you will bring us home. I know that you will bring us home. All right, now we are going to end off with a super, super beautiful song. And I think you guys all know the song as well. And the message of this song is that we are all, again, we are all one through all of this. And the more we get along, the more happy Hashem is. And this song is called Achenu. I think we all know this one. So let me hear all your voices for this song. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Hi Oh my goodness, it's the band again. Hey guys. You got a microphone going. I love it. Oh my goodness, guys, you're melting my heart. I love it. Hi guys. I love the mini guitar. It's so cute. She's playing along with me. I love it. That was so much fun, guys. Thank you all for singing along with me. So much fun.
That was amazing. Can we try something? Hold on a second. I have to put my thing on a second.
You guys are so much fun.
Trying to see why it's not. Oh, is it? Oh no, it's on. No, they switched it. It's there. My Zoom updated, so it's all this weird stuff now.
Oh, I know. Every time there's an update, I'm like, oh.
I don't know what's happening. I feel like I'm not in my own home. It's like very weird. It's like when Target moves things to a different aisle. I can't handle it.
Oh my goodness, yes. Or when they like rearrange the grocery store before Pesach, I'm like, I run around in circles.
Nice. Not nice.
No.
Can we sing the chorus together? I always wanted to sing unmuted, but I can't. It's so.
Yes.
I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's try it.
Let's try it. Let's go.
Hamakom Yirachim Aleihem V'yotzim Mitzara L'Hervacha U'me'afil Aliora U'mishivan Lege'ula Hashta. I think we're like off, but who cares? Magala Uvizman Karev.
Our series song. Beautiful. That was so good. That was amazing. amazing.
I was unmuted.
That was so beautiful. You have such a good voice.
Thank you.
You need to join me for a song. Oh my goodness, you did those like cool trills and stuff. Like
that would be really fun. That would be a real honor.
So much fun.
This was so special, and I think that the girls here who are still with us, we still have over 200 like Zoom users with us right now, and that's so amazing, even though it's so late already. And I think everyone here had the best time. So I mean, we were serious. We reached like that serious like inspiring point, and then we had like this excitement. We had all the feelings, right? Everybody who agrees with me. Am I just talking for myself or for everybody? Amazing. I love it. I love it. I love the smiles. I love the shmushes. I don't know, like you guys are all, you might be teenagers, but never forget that you have to have fun in life, you know? Like, I mean, teenagers usually have fun, but like, don't take yourself so seriously. Like, you know, you guys are awesome. I love it. And the people with the broom, like the sillier the better. It's so fun.
Yes, that was amazing. That was amazing.
And my sister told me that I have this like fancy like cup thing, whatever, and I got pink because I like the color pink. And she's like, you look like those like Gen Z 10-year-olds that are like drinking from like their cup. And I'm like, thank you. That's the best compliment I ever got.
I see a cup over there.
Yeah, I see that. Water, drink water. It's so important from any cup. Doesn't matter what your cup looks like. Tehila, that was amazing, incredible. And we're all going to say Tehillim together now. So thank you, Tehila. Let me see a big round of applause from our incredible teens and incredible kid teens. We have so many applauses happening here. You guys are on your A game. I feel like we were like listening to you sing, everybody, even though we didn't hear everyone. I felt it.
I felt it through the screen. I felt the rough through the screen. Felt the connection through the screen. And we heard some beautiful voices also. So
yeah, really sad.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tehila. We'll do this again.
Thank you so much for having me. You guys are amazing. I love you all. Mwah.
Mwah. Okay, don't leave yet, everybody. We're gonna say Tehillim, and we're gonna say two prakim tonight. I'm just gonna say them with you. It's not gonna be a whole fancy setup. I think it's beautiful that since we did this, we should think of Eliyahu Moshe, and of course the others who. He unfortunately was part of like an explosion that there was a bunch of very special chayalim who were killed that day. It was like 2 weeks ago, June 15th. I don't know what the Hebrew date was, but oh my gosh, my calendar's still on June and it's July. Okay, hold that thought. So June 15th was, I guess, Sivan, 9 Sivan, Tes Sivan. It really, really just was. So Hashem, please send their neshamos, to the highest point, and please, to these, especially Eliyahu Moshe, who is such a tzaddik of a boy, if he could just daven for us and, approach Hashem. We call it like a militz yoshar, when somebody is in the position to say Hashem, that's it. We're not doing so well down here, like Tehila said in her songs, right? Dear God, I'm not doing so well down here. Hashem, we're not doing so well down here. We need you to intervene and bring Mashiach now. So we're going to be saying the prakim that the Tehillim army said tonight. And you know what? Fine. Let's have the Knaf girls lead the Tehillim. Who needs me to lead it? I'm gonna unmute you guys. Could you unmute? Yeah, I don't know why I thought I should lead it. You guys rock my world. Okay, what are your names?
Zuckerman and Dasi Knaf.
Dasi and Tehila? Aliza, are you having a sleepover?
No, we're neighbors.
Oh, your neighbors. Oh my gosh, this is a late night for you guys. Okay, Kof Chaf Aleph.
She wants to she wants to tell you that her cousin died in the war.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Who was your cousin?
Thank you. What?
Who was your cousin?
Yakir.
Yakir? Is that a baby in the background being silly?
Yeah, my brother.
Oh, so sweet. Okay, well, Hashem should give. This should be as chus for your cousin's neshama, for Eliyahu Moshe's neshama, and for all of the families of chayalim who need our love, support, and they need Hashem's help. And of course, for the hostages, like they said, that's still an issue that we have to think about all the time. And daven to Hashem for help. So Kof Chaf Aleph. Aliza, you want to do Kof Chaf Aleph, and you could do Kof Lamed. Okay.
You just read that puzzle. And let me just stop there. 1 second.
Kof Chaf Aleph and Kof Lamed. Those are the prakim that the Tehillim army was saying tonight. So we're gonna.
I'm trying
and you
to
may have
find
said them
it.
already, but that's okay. Kof Chaf Aleph and Kof Lamed.
Which one are we doing first?
Kof Chaf Aleph. Hi.
Which one? Kof Chaf Aleph?
Kof Chaf Aleph.
You're
121.
gonna say one pasuk. Wait, you're doing it like the same as Tehillim Army?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So you say, tell me. You say Tehillim Beis, and then they repeat it. And then... Dear Lamalos, and saw Einayim El Haren Me'ayim Yavo Ezrim.
Shir Lamalos Asa Inai El Haharim Me'ayin Yavo Ezri.
What do you say? No, you say the whole part.
Now you say Pasuk Beis.
Ezri Me'im Adonai Osei Shamayim Va'aretz.
Ezri Me'im Adonai Osei Shamayim Va'aretz.
Al Yitain La Raglecha Al Yanan Shomrecha
Al Yitin Lamot Raglacha Al Yanom Shomracha.
Hinei Lo Yanan Velo Isha Shomer Yisrael.
Hine Lo Yanom Velo Yishan Shomer Yisrael.
Adonai Shomrecha Adonai Tilcha Al Yad Yeminacha.
Adonai Shomracha Adonai Tilcha Al Yad Yeminacha.
Let me see. Yomam Semesh Lo Ya Keka Ya Balayla.
Yomam HaShamesh Lo Yakaka V'Yareach Balayla.
Adonai Yosh Maricha Mikol Ra Yeshmor Esnaf Shacha Adonai. Oopsie.
Adonai Yishmarcha Mikol Ra Yishmor Es Nafshacha.
Adonai Yishmar Tzeischa Uvos Echa Me'ata Ve'od Alam.
Adonai Yishmar Teisecha Uvo Acha Me'ata Ve'ad Olam. Beautiful. That was perfect. Kof Lamed. Everyone could turn to. Yeah. Whenever you're ready. Pasuk Aleph.
Shir Hamalos Mimakem Krisicha Adonai.
Shir Hamalos Mimamakim Karasicha Adonai.
Adonai Shema V'Koli Tiena Adonai Kashivos L'Kol Tachanunai.
Adonai Shema V'Koli Tiana Aznacha Kashuvos Lekol Tachanunai.
Em Avonos Tishmarya Adonai Mi Yamod.
Im Avonos Tishmar Ya Adonai Mi Ya'amod.
Ki Imcha Haslicha L'man Tivarei.
Ki Emcha Haslicha L'ma'an Tivarei.
Ibisi Adonai Kivasa Nafshi V'Lidvaro Hochalti.
Ki visi Adonai Kivasa Nafshi V'Lidvaro Hochalti.
Nafshi Adonai Mishomer Laboker Shomer Laboker.
Nafshi Adonai Mishomerim Labokar Shomrim Labokar.
Yachel Yisrael Al Adonai Ki Im Adonai Hachata Rabbi Imo Fedas.
Yachal Yisrael El Adonai Ki Em Adonai Hachasad V'Harbe Imo Fedos.
V'hu Yifta As Yisrael Mikol Avonosav.
V'hu Yifta As Yisrael Mikol Avonosav. Perfect. Thank you so much for reading and leading those prakimatas. I'm going to say the Misha Berach for the Chayalim. Have in mind the soldiers, of course the hostages, and everyone who needs our tefillos. Misha Berach Avosinu, Abraham Yitzchak V'Yakov V'Yivarech As HaChayalim Ha'odim HaMishmar Artzinu V'Arei Elohinu Yitin Adonai Yasayvinu Hakamem Alinu Negafim Lefneihem HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yadbar Soninu Tachtayim V'Yatrim Mekaser Yeshua V'Ataras Nitzachon V'Kuyam Behem HaKasav Ki Adonai Elohichem Ha'holi Chimachem Lehilachim Lachem Emelichem Loshia Eschem V'Nomar Amen. Okay, thank you, girls. Do you want to say anything? Now you have this is your moment.
I always was wondering. I'm like, I always want to say to him on Tehillim Army, but I could never do it because it's always boys. So now was my chance. that.
No, that's right. That's awesome. Thank you, Hashem, for this opportunity. I was gonna just say it myself, and then I see two girls going like this, and I'm like, I have to call on them. Where are you guys in a different time zone? Why are you all up?
We're in Chicago.
You're in Chicago.
He's
Okay.
supposed to be sleeping, but
Yeah, you're all
he's
supposed to be sleeping. You're all supposed to be sleeping. Good night. Good night, incredible kids. Okay, thank you so much. That was so awesome. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. Of course, thank you to our friends Batsheva and Shoshana Zimbalist, who were so brave and so special and so inspiring. If anybody would like to reach out to them, I can send you their email addresses. So send me an email at ikidspodcast@gmail.com, and I will tell you their email addresses if you'd like to reach them directly. They gave me permission to give out their email addresses. So just first reach out to me, ikidspodcast@gmail.com, if you would like to send an email to them. They said that that's something that they would appreciate. And I think that, knowing that they appreciated it would be a very special thing if anybody wanted to say a few words of, chazak to them, because I'm sure, as brave as they are, I'm sure everybody could use it and need it, and to show them how much we care, and we're all one family. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope we can do this again sometime soon. And whatever you're doing this summer, if you're going off to camp, if you're staying local, if you're going to visit people out of town, whatever you do this summer, always remember, and say it with me and say it proud, that you are all incredible kids. Yes, even if you're a teenager, you're still an incredible kid. Bye. Good night, everybody.